Hi there, good morning. Welcome to Sunnyside Journals, and welcome to 30 minutes of my day. And welcome to my neighbor's dog barking. I'm not sure if that's going to come through on the camera, but it's actually not my neighbor's dog. Actually, my sweet neighbors that that we've really enjoyed having live next door to us. Today's their moving day, and they're moving to a new home. They're actually going up north to a little town in Lakefield, Ontario. And I actually envy that. I'd love to live up there. Um, Anyhow, and they've got friends over helping them, and one friend brought a dog. So now they've tied the dog to a tree and it's barking. Anyhow, I think I can work through it, and hopefully the camera doesn't pick it up. And we'll see how much we can get through. So I've got fussy cuts here. Um, you know what? I also have a tiny little thrift haul. The fussy cuts led to the thrift haul. So going on a thrift haul, again, it really wasn't my fault because I wanted to put some fussy cuts into the work binder, and I wanted some bugs, and I didn't have any fussy cut bugs. I got lots of butterflies and I got lots of bees, but this was about it for a bug. Oh, I cut two out. Oh no. Oh, I can still use those bees. Well, look at that. I cut two out. Let's put that aside. Put it back into my thing. Anyhow, so then I started going through my bookshelves to see. I thought, oh, I must have, a children's bug book on my shelf here. Goodness knows I've got every other children's book on my shelf. Do you think I have a children's bug book? No, I've got butterfly books and I've got bee books. But no bug books. And that's when I thought, it started calling to me, the thrift stores. Maybe I can find a bug book. So off I went. I actually went to the town, 2 towns over. And I didn't find any bug books, but I did find a few things. So maybe if I can lay them on top of these without having to move these, because I want to work on these. But I do want to show you what I got. Oh my goodness, I'm so scatterbrained today. And I think before I even get more scatterbrained, I better put my timer on. What are we at there? Okay. There. Timer is going. I tea dyed these things the other day, so they came out very nicely. Remember I said I'm not sure what the fiber is of this lace, but it enjoyed its tea bath very much, and you can see it. It turned out quite nice. That color I like, just a nice sort of creamy beige, off-white. Where's white? There's white, so you can see. That's nice. I just love the pointiness rather than usually laces are, have a scalloped curvy edge. Here's that fabric. It now looks like, I'm sure, dozens of pairs of pajamas that my father owned in his lifetime. It's sort of, I don't know, it screams to me old grandpa pajama material. So, and of course that just warms my heart. So I'm happy with how those two tea dyeing episodes went. Okay, back to the thrift haul. Not much. I didn't get much, but I did get a few things. And I swear the paper gods look out for me. The paper. I must be one of their favorites for the paper gods. So let me move these for now. A whole package of unopened legal size paper for $4.99. So that's nice. Not even opened. My goodness, that's lovely. Now I got this the other day, and I put it aside to show you, and then I forgot. These are strap holders to pin inside a dress so that your, either your slip or your bra that doesn't slide off your shoulder and show from underneath a sleeveless dress. And I just thought, isn't that in and of itself just a cool little thing to be able to put on a page? We could make these. Like, that's really just ribbon on a safety pin. And then instead of a snap, I mean, we could use a brad or, I don't know, an eyelet, just to add a little pop of metallic color. I don't know, I loved it. And it was 79 cents. So I thought, even just to use one in a journal and keep one as a prototype to remind me, like I might stick one of these into my ideas journal. Oh, I'm just going to leave that be for now. Just to remind me that this is an option. Like, think about it. If you put a brad in here, you could open the brad on this side. So brad through the ribbon, open it up, maybe trim so that the prongs aren't too long, and then just simply run a strip of Fabri-Tac down the glue and glue it shut. And it just looks cute. I like it. So I thought I'd show you those, and I can't remember if I did, so forgive me if I showed you these, but this one I didn't get yesterday. I got it the other day. And then the other things I found, of all things, I seldom look at the clothing when I'm at my little thrift stores, but yesterday I thought I'd take a chance, because in the summertime, I like wearing a sleeveless top, but I like to wear a blouse over top. It's just comfortable. I don't feel like I have to hold in my mummy tummy. I feel covered, but it's still light and cool. And I found all kinds. Some lady just my size must have either gained weight or lost weight or gone over the Rainbow Bridge, and I just hit a load of wonderful summery little blouses, short sleeve. So I'm happy with that. And then I got some really cool books. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Pentecostal hymns. Oh my. 1894. Although whoever owned it, Mrs. Fair, I did find her. Her name was Mary Isabel Fair. And she's actually buried up in Sunderland, Ontario now. But the book itself was printed in 1894. And the hymns are just awesome. I love the font. Isn't that pretty? Nicely yellowed. The paper is in quite nice shape. I love that on every single page it says 1894, 1887. Oh, I like that. The copyright date of the songs, 1878 copyright. Oh, wow. But the book itself was published in 1894. But I just love this. Like, isn't that pretty? And it's already a nice yellowy color, so this would be beautiful for in journals. Oh, my mother loved that hymn. So I love that, and I'll make that into a journal someday. And along the same churchy lines, and this was also her book, Mary Fair's book, St. Paul's Parish in Toronto. Oh, wait, no, this is the other one that's Mary Fair's. We'll get to that. This is Mrs. Huggins. I haven't found her yet, but she lived in Toronto, and that's harder. Oh, Duggan. Harder to find. This is St. Paul's. It's now a basilica. St. Paul's Basilica in Toronto. 1922, this book. It's the story of the parish, but it's got some cool old photos of life in that neighborhood. Isn't that cool? And St. Joseph's Shrine. Oh my. Well, I just love this kind of book. So they make very interesting journals. I love how wrinkly this cover is. I don't know if you can see. It wasn't the most well-made book, but I love this. The font right on the cover, the gold font. And I think that makes a nice sized journal. And then this one was also Mary Fair's book. And this is, I want to say 1894 as well, but it could be 1898. It's in there, The Household Guide. And then you can see in the embossing, it says family recipes. I hope that's showing up. This one is lovely. I'm going to really enjoy using the pages out of this book. Let me move this up a bit. Yes. Isn't that pretty? This is the kind of old cookbook that has the recipes in a paragraph. So like marble cake, there's the recipe. It's 1 sentence long. You better know how to bake a cake because it's just telling you the measurements. I just love this. It's got about everything in it. There's a medical dictionary in the back. There's household hints. What's this? I saw something tucked in there. I love when things are tucked in here. There's lots of cute little illustrations. I saw something tucked. Is that a photo? Wow, a photo. Who would have thought? Pretty little drawings. Isn't that pretty? How to amuse little children. A busy child is always happy. There it is. What's that? God loveth a cheerful giver. Oh my. That's sweet. The effects of wearing tight shoes. Oh my. How to prevent the hair from falling out. Well, I can tell you right now, if it wants to fall out, it's going to fall out. But they didn't know that back there. Taking care of hair. See what I mean? It's a little bit of everything. Oh, now what's this? Cockaloo. Here's a bit of music. Our musical members will no doubt enjoy playing it. Gosh, that's cute. Figure, form, and beauty. Care of the hands, hair, and feet. Rules on etiquette. How to write invitations. See, it's got a little bit of everything. It's just the cutest book. Oh, here's all the first aid. You know, if you break a leg, you can just refer to your book. Oh, this is where I found this interesting. 17th of July, 1915, for a piece of newspaper. And then a story about Samuel, a child named Samuel. So, anyhow, I thought this, I liked the book itself. I liked the little illustrations. I liked the color of the pages. They'll be wonderful for collaging. They'll also, I mean, I'm pretty sure this will need reinforcing, but to use as spreads in other journals will be fun. Fun little things to read, home remedies and such. So in 1894, so that's, I was very happy to find this, and I spotted it. It was in a gentleman's hand, and he was looking through it. And so I just stood by nonchalantly, pretending I was looking, you know, at the Maeve Binchy books. And meanwhile, I was sending him mental vibes saying, put the book back on the shelf. You don't want this book. You know, like Jedi mind tricks? Put the book back. You don't want that book. Put it back. And he did. And then I went over and grabbed it. I hope I didn't do it too fast and that he noticed that I just sort of went over there and picked up the book. And then it went in my cart. So, back to the fussy cuts. So, after all my hunting around, I didn't, I ended up not finding any books on bugs. Now, I thought of 2 sources that I might be able to find bugs in. I just want to put some bugs. It's a garden book. I mean, it's not necessarily going to ultimately be a garden book, but in the spirit of what it was, I wanted to put maybe a bug or two in it. So hold on. I think I've got a few things where I might be able to find some bugs. So I've got this that I found once at my, those are the price tags for my St. Vincent de Paul. So I'm wondering if maybe there's some bugs in here. Victorians loved bugs and things like that for decorating with. We'll see. Teddy bears, toys, no bugs yet. No bugs. Buttons. Music. Rooster. Brown eggs for sale. Cute. Pigs, ducks. No bugs. Oh, rats. Jewelry. No. No, no bugs. No bugs. All right. Well, I know that this next one will have bugs. I have one of these antiquarian sticker books, and I know that there's bugs in here. It's not my favorite book. First of all, because you know me, I really hesitate using something brand new that wasn't thrifted, because this was not thrifted. In fact, I found it at my drugstore, but it's just so beautiful to even look through. Ah, here we go. Okay, here's some. This one will have bugs. I don't like how everything has a border. Here, I'll show you. All the stickers have a border. And so for me, that means I end up having to fussy cut the border off. And that's not always the easiest because one side is sticky. But if this has got bugs in it, it's got goldfish, koi, and fancy. I know that there will be bugs in here, and maybe I'll look through it later and find a bug or two. Oh, here we go. There's some spiders. Ladybugs. Ladybugs. Okay, we're good. I'll just have to fussy cut that border off from around it. So I've had this quite a while, and as you can see, there's maybe 3 stickers out of it. Probably wasn't the wisest purchase on my part, but maybe one day I'll start using it more. Oh, there we go. Oh, bats. Oh, another bug. Some more bugs. Okay, we're good. We're set for bugs. So I may put a few of these bugs. Oh, there, I used another one. Oh, that was that sunshine. Jellyfish. Well, that would be different. All right, let me put this aside. I'm not going to worry about this for now, but I will read it later. So what I was doing here is I want to finish fussy cutting this, and I want to show you how I do it. When you've got something this delicate, you'd think that that would be overwhelming, but it's not in a way. Let me see. Imagine that this was the paper it was on. So there was a picture of a bee, the red clover, and there's pictures of the red clover. What I did was, first of all, I just cut it out. Then I fussy cut the stem and the flower. And then what I did was I took my scissors and I cut all around the perimeter of this red clover, just to the tips of where the red clover petals come to. And when you've got something this shape, it actually makes it quite easy. It's still time consuming, but those of you who like to fussy cut will find this very satisfying. And then it's actually not too bad because you're simply going to start going in and just cutting out the triangles. that because you've already touched the tip of the clover, just start going in and taking out those triangles. So I won't do it all on camera this morning, but I wanted to show you, don't let something like that intimidate you, because it's actually fairly simple, although time consuming. But not so hard. And so this little bee will be going somewhere in the journal. See what I mean? Let me put that on something so you can see better. See how you just do triangles in on all those petals on his antenna, and you'll have a fussy cut bee on a red clover. Easy peasy. Now, I'm going to use this. I'm going to find a place to put this little journaling card in. I made it for when I made that junk journal using only the magazine. So this was out of that 1947 magazine. But it really, as the book itself evolved, this didn't really match the story that was happening in the journal. So I saved it because I figured the right journal will come along for this. And I think a garden journal, there's two little girls in a garden picking flowers. So I'm going to make a little envelope or something to put into the Better Homes and Garden book. So I have these, and we're going to just start putting them in our binder if I have time. Oh, I got a nice, lovely snail there. Oh, I started on him. I want to show you what I'm going to do with him. It's a little field mouse under some toadstools or mushrooms. So I'm not sure which ones they are. So, oh, and I made these. I didn't want to put, as I mentioned before, I didn't want to put a lot of frilly lace. I want this to be a workable book, but I thought that would look cute. And what I did was I sort of opposite matched them. So there was purple over here, so I put purple on that one. There's yellow over here, so I put yellow on this one, and then this just sort of is a mishmash of all the other colors. And I think those turned out cute. I was tempted to use rusty ones. I love these bulldog clips. They're one of the few brand new things that I purchased to put in my journals. They're just my favorite because they actually are made in the spirit of the old-fashioned bulldog clips. Let me find you some. I have my own favorites. I have these that I actually use for working with. They're really nice and tight. They're three pieces. It's a round piece of metal, and then there's the two sort of paddles that fit in. And these are made in the same way. I get them on Amazon. But they rust beautifully. You know, when you do the peroxide and white vinegar and salt, these rust really easily and really magnificently. But this is all still silver here. It hasn't rusted. So it didn't make sense to me that there would be rusty bulldog clips in a book where the binding, the rings are still silver. So I thought I will leave these. I leave these silver, and I just put those little tags on. Now I did this part differently. I didn't tie the fabric itself in knots. I tried. Much too bulky for the size of that little hole. It was just much too bulky. So what I did was I simply tied it with some floss here, and then I put a dab of glue right on that knot. And anyhow, I'm happier with how that turned out. It doesn't look so bulky, and it doesn't get in the way for it to be a usable bulldog clip. So I'm happy with that. I noticed the other day when I did a video that I was playing around in this book and I didn't have my pages in order. So I figured out that what I thought was my last page of the book wasn't. So the other half of this purple flower, it turns out, doesn't have the matching side here. And you know, at first I thought, oh rats, Catherine, why didn't you check twice? But now I wonder if, this binder said, no, I don't want to be too matchy-matchy, and sort of arranged for me to make that faux pas. So instead, I've got there's the center from that wide belly band that I put the acetate window in. I hope I'm in camera. Let's see. No, I'm not. Oh, for Pete's sake, Catherine. There we go. There's the center that I made into a tuck spot. And then, where did the wide belly band go? Here's the other side that I thought was the last page, and it's not. That was page 10. There is the belly band with the window in it. Come on. So there's acetate in that. Anyhow, so what I want to do today is I want to put some of these fussy cuts on some of the blank pages. Actually, this is a good one to work with because there's some red here, and I like this red toadstool is very similar. So let's work on this one. And yeah, I think that will look sweet there. Or no, you know what? Over here. And you know why? Because this is lots of room for writing, whereas this, it's not quite so easy. I believe you could still journal over that quite easily, and it would fade into the distance just like a pattern would. But still, just to be on the safe side, I think I will. No, he just looks like he should be looking at the page rather than looking off the page. So no. Now I want to show you what I'm going to do with him, because he was tricky to fussy cut as well. Sometimes you have to create your own new edges on fussy cuts. If there's too many details that you just cannot, it's impossible to fussy cut, like tiny fine blades of grass. You just can't do it. And this one actually had lots of tiny fine blades of grass. But it did have lots of these lovely ivy leaves. So I want to play with those. Now I need paper for inking. We may only even get one done today, but such as it is. I mean, we got a lot shared, right? We did a little tiny thrift haul. I'm just doing the edges so they're not glaring white. Cute. So let's glue this down. I think he goes that way. That tilts. Yeah, because then he's even. All right. This is one of those fussy cuts where that little nice thin nozzle of the art glitter glue is very handy. You can get all those little points and all those little corners and crevices, and you can lay it down nicely. There we go. So he goes like this. I want him right off the corner of that page. Cute. There. Now I want to just add on top some of these ivy leaves, and I'm just going to add them as an extra layer, and hopefully I've got enough time to do that because I talked too much through the thrift haul as ever. lot of cleaning up to do in my room here today. But I thought I'm going to play first. So I've got that little leaf. I do want to just, some of those free edges, just take away the white. And then I'm going to plop it down somewhere. And I'm going to put the rest of those little birds and mushrooms in. So I want to see what I was thinking. It's just pretty. I thought I could put it like that. See what I mean? Because I had to make a decision, and I had to trim across there, but that doesn't look normal compared to all the other fussy cutting I did here. But by gluing down this leaf right here, he's hiding behind, I won't cover him up completely, but it finishes that edge more naturally. Yes, I hear you. It finishes that edge more clearly. So I may actually add a couple more. I've got a few more of the extra leaves from when I cut it out of the book. And I'll be putting those down like that. I may even put some up there for a little continuity. But as you can see, I'm at 31 minutes down there. I'm going to get cut off. So thanks for joining me today. I appreciate it. I enjoy our time together. Hopefully, maybe soon, I'll finally be finished this and do a little flip through for you. Take care. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.